Were you surprised that you weren't protected for the expansion draft?
No.
Were you like Toronto?
No. I didn't care. I didn't know what was happening. I was just open.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Bird's Eye View. My guest this week made history. She was the first player to officially sign with the Portland Fire. She's having a great season, averaging career highs, 14.6 points, 4.4 rebounds. It's her consistency, it's her versatility that has helped make the Fire like the new expansion team that could. So today on the pod, you probably guessed it, I'm being joined by Bridget Carleton. Bridget's senior year at Iowa State really put her on the map. In 2019, she won Big 12 Player of the Year, led the Cyclones to a number 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. Her WNBA career began shortly after when she was drafted 21st overall by the Connecticut Sun, waived, and then picked up by the Minnesota Lynx, which was probably one of the best things that happened. After 7 seasons of growth and making a name for herself as a role player with the Lynx, the opportunity to become a franchise player with the Portland Fire arose. I'm excited to talk to Bridget about building a new team from the ground up, finding her footing in the league, and, what she's most proud of from the Fire's first season. But before we get to the interview, you know what time it is. It's time for Sue's View. Support for the show comes from JustWorks. If you're a small business owner, you're used to rolling up your sleeves to get things done. In fact, you probably love it. But that doesn't mean you should spend your Saturday night staring at tax and payroll forms when you could be strategizing your next move. That's why JustWorks handles the stuff you can't afford to get wrong. They combine intuitive software with real people, all working to help keep your eye on the big picture. So instead of stretching yourself thin, you can focus and shoot your small business shot. You don't have to worry when it just works. Head to justworks.com to learn more. Support for the show comes from Google Gemini. Travel comes with a million logistics, itineraries, dinners, events, but with Gemini, I can simplify the moving parts. Gemini's personal intelligence connects the dots across my Gmail, Photos, Search, and YouTube. Any Google apps that I choose or choose not to connect to make suggestions tailored to me. Having Gemini handle the heavy lifting lets me just enjoy the parts of the trip I love and forget everything else. Download Gemini, Google's AI app, or visit gemini.google.com to learn more. Okay, so this week for Sue's View, there's so many timely things happening, particularly one, which you'll know because it's the first topic I'm talking about. I'm recording this on Wednesday, August 26th. Topic number 1, DeWanna has been bought out. What this means is the Phoenix Mercury and DeWanna have agreed to part ways. Handshake, we're good, money's good, let's do it. Nick Uren, the GM of Phoenix, talked how it's like no bad vibes. It's just that DB, who could be playing in her final year, wants to be on a contender ahead of the playoffs. Makes total sense to me. I feel like there's no drama here at all. It's all within the rules. I kind of heard some whispers or people were asking me some questions like, isn't this messed up? No, we see it all the time in men's sports. We're starting to see it now in the WNBA. Okay, so the reason why I need to point out that it's Wednesday is I think in very soon, DeWanna will clear waivers. And this is kind of what's been happening in the last 2 days since her buyout was publicized. Everybody's wondering, where could she go? Not even where should she go, but where could she go? Because what needs to be figured out is money. DB was on a contract worth $500K. And also what teams have that money available, but also what teams, maybe sadly have a hardship exemption, right? So a team that had a player go out for the season, there's now a new rule in the CBA where they can essentially get another roster spot, albeit for the vet minimum or the minimum, but they have the ability to do that. Okay, so now we're going back to the waivers. When you get cut or waived, you go on waivers for, I believe, 48 hours. And that means a team can sign you, take you off waivers, and they have to honor your current contract. So if Team X wanted DB, they would hit up her agent, have a conversation. Hey, we want DB. We're going to pay her the rest of her $500K contract. Okay. But once a player clears waivers, they then become unrestricted. They can go anywhere for any amount. It's on them. There's obviously some nuance in that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sure that it's happened where a team has called and said they want to pick up a player and the player was like, nah, I'm not coming. These things happen. It's part of the game. But now we have arrived. So if DB clears waivers, she could go like almost anywhere. So yeah, I think, by the time this comes out, hopefully we know. And then at least you'll know how it works, Okay, there was big news. Topic number 2, Nneka Ogwumike has announced her retirement. I mean, what to say about this woman's career? The impact on the court, the impact off the court. I only got to play with Nneka a couple times with USA Basketball. Of course, I got to play against Nneka 1,000 times as an opposing player. So really a lot of my memories of Nneka and with Nneka come from the WNBA and being able to share that space. And even though, it's crazy because I think we all start playing, and at some point when you become a professional, you realize you can have an impact that's long lasting. Like you're going to leave a fingerprint of some sort that the next generation is going to benefit from. And, it's very rare. It's just not common for somebody to do it both on the court. And in that regard, Nneka's efficiency, the way she took care of her body, the fact that she won an MVP, the leadership she showed. How many players do we see when asked about Nneka talk about how she's helped them on the court? So there's that impact. And like I said, very, very rare to have it on the court and off the court. And she did that as the president of the WNBA. She did that in the last CBA. She did that in this CBA. There's literally a laundry list of things to say about Nneka. I'm going to leave you with one, which is Nneka as president of the union made it cool, made it important, and made it necessary, and for players to feel that it's necessary to participate in the union. And that's not against any union president before. The league was in a different place, but then it got to this one particular moment where we did need leadership to galvanize and bring together. And that's what Nneka did. So yes, we can talk about details and the different fights and, standing on business. Of course, we can get in the weeds. But that right there, galvanizing the players and bringing them all together so they could be in unison and be united to get the best CBAs possible, that right there is Nneka's legacy. So congrats, Nneka. You deserve all the flowers. I can't wait to see what you do in the next chapter. Okay, this last topic for Sue's View, I'm bringing back the Superpower versus the Achilles heel, and this is presented by JustWorks. It has been a battle, but the 2026 WNBA playoff field is set. Now, you're just going to see those 8 teams kind of jockeying for position, see where they land, but the top 8 is set. And to assess how things may shake out, I'm bringing back this segment. This is where I diagnose the Achilles heel of one of the contending teams, and then talk about the superpower that the team has and needs in order to secure the best seeding possible, home court advantage, whatever case may be. So today, I'm going to talk about the Atlanta Dream. So I just covered their game against the LA Sparks this past week. It was just a few nights ago. Angel broke the rebounding record, single game rebounding record. I think she's already broken the single season rebounding record. So congratulations to her. Super impressive, super amazing. Right now, I think that the 2 most interesting spots in the standings are the 4 and the 5 seed. Atlanta currently sits at 4. They're a half a game up on Indiana, who sits at 5. And I think to focus on Atlanta, once you kind of assess their record now and their strength of schedule moving forward and, the remaining games and maybe the tiebreakers that they have, it seems likely that their floor is 5, their ceiling is 3, and they'll likely land at 4. But certain things have to happen, right? And so for Atlanta, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to talk about their superpower first. It is, without a doubt, the way they use their defense and rebounding to generate their offense. They generate a bunch of extra possessions a night and then punish you on the open floor. That's a superpower that travels on the road, because effort and rebounding don't slump the way that a jump shot can slump. And if I were to get a little more specific, Atlanta simply beats you with more. It's like more transition points and more second chance points. They get more rebounds. They're second in the league in rebounds. They're first in offensive rebounds. This leads to the second chance points, which they're also first in. They get more steals, first in the league in that, which leads to points off turnovers, first in that. They're also first in fast break points, right? So these are things that they excel at. But now the Achilles heel. So if the superpower is everything that happens around the shot, rebounds, steals, fast break points, second chance points, all that stuff, their Achilles heel is the shot itself, and the shot specifically in the half court. To give you a glimpse, they're near the bottom of the league in 3-point percentage as one metric. But more specifically, it's their first quarters. In other words, it's their slow starts that hurt them. And if you remember, we actually talked about this with Jordan Canada, and she pointed out not having those lulls. So it's really fascinating because the Dream are one of the worst first quarter offenses in the league. And then they jump to number one in points in the fourth quarter. So that's their superpower. That's their Achilles heel. For me, they have to mentally find a way to better prepare for that first quarter. They can't let themselves dig these holes in the playoffs. Sometimes they're too hard to get out of. And that's all I got. You got to mentally prepare. Okay, enough of me talking. Let's hear somebody else. It's time for Bridget Carleton. Support for the show comes from JustWorks. Two things are critical for success: time and dedication. And when you put your whole self into it, into building something great, that can feel like the most fulfilling thing in the world. But the reality is, it can also stretch you thin. No one player wins a championship. It's all about the teams and coaches. And as a small business owner, you need real people on your side to reach your full potential. Enter JustWorks. It's built to take work off your plate and help you orient yourself toward the things that matter most. They combine easy-to-use software with real people working together to support you. They're not a help desk or ticket system. When you call JustWorks, a real human answers. They function like an extension of your team. Because the thing is, there aren't 80 versions of yourself to do it all. It takes a village to build something great. Think of it like having a coach in your corner who knows your business and has your back. That's the difference between software and a true partner. You don't have to worry when it just works. Head to justworks.com to learn more. Support for the show comes from Google Gemini. Travel comes with a million logistics, itineraries, dinners, events. But with Gemini, I can simplify the moving parts. Gemini's personal intelligence connects the dots across my Gmail, Photos, Search, and YouTube. Any Google apps that I choose or choose not to connect to make suggestions tailored to me. Having Gemini handle the heavy lifting lets me just enjoy the parts of the trip I love and forget everything else. Download Gemini, Google's AI app, or visit gemini.google.com to learn more. Bridget, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So I will start with just a little bit of a bummer. I know you guys have officially, after last night's game, been eliminated from the playoffs. So I actually really appreciate you coming on. And even though things didn't pan out, I'm sure you guys had maybe goals to make the playoffs, especially because the Valkyries did it last year. I'm sure that was a conversation. You have a lot to be proud of. You guys accomplished a lot. You're still accomplishing a lot. So can you just tell me, give me a glimpse of what you guys were talking about? Maybe what Alex was saying at the start of the season in terms of goals?
Yeah, it's funny. We didn't really talk too much long-term goals. It was really about day to day and how are we going to get this group of 14 now clicking and working together and getting better every day at practice. So it was nice in that aspect, just showing up to work, getting better, next game mentality kind of thing. And I think we surprised a lot of people at the beginning of the season. So that was kind of what we were riding on. And if the playoffs kind of happened, then they would happen. But still proud of our approach for every day.
Yeah, you mentioned some of the early wins. You guys beat the Fever early, beat the Liberty
twice.
Yeah, twice. Sorry, my bad. Beat the Liberty twice, super early. What did that do for? Because I would imagine you have a new coach to the WNBA, right? All that's being talked about is his style, which we're going to get into. You're coming to a new franchise. It's a new franchise. Everything's new. So I'd imagine winning those games early gave you something. What did it give you?
Yeah, for sure. I think it was also our advantage. There was no pressure on us.
Mm-hmm.
No one expected anything of us at the beginning of the season, right after the expansion draft. I saw it all. Not a lot of belief. So I think winning those games early, just gave us a little bit of confidence to no, we're here. We're all good players. Yeah, this is all new. We're all new to this.
Mm-hmm.
How we're approaching every day of practice is new, but we can make damage in this league. So definitely gave us some swag to us. We walked into those next couple games believing we can win every game we play.
Yeah. Did you ever feel other teams, because I know a lot of people talked in the media a little on the more disrespectful side of things.
Yeah.
Did you feel as if there was a moment in the season where you could sense teams were taking you maybe more seriously, or they knew if they didn't play well?
I think when we went to New York and beat New York on the road, like we had beaten them at home, which like on the buzzer beater, crazy, like our first win. That was the second game of the season. And then there was like, I don't know, maybe the fifth or sixth game. We go to Toronto, win in Toronto, go to New York, beat New York there. I think that was like, people realize we're not going to give up. We're not going to be like an easy out. You have to come to play. You have to play hard against us. Otherwise, like we're going to make your life difficult. And so, yeah, I think that was the moment.
So do you like pressing?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Wait, you got to talk to me about it, because here's the thing. This is how I would like set the framework for this. Pressing is effective. Like pressing, no one likes to be pressed. It's this whole other element to it. You generally have not seen it in the WNBA because it requires a lot of effort and energy. And not every team has a deep enough bench to ask your players to do that. But when you have the right like mix and group, it can be really effective. But yeah, you have to buy in. So how did he get you guys to, Coach Sarama, how did he get you guys to buy into that?
First day of practice. That was
Really?
like, yeah, it's just like, let's get energy from our defense. Let's fly around. Yeah, we might give up a couple layups, but like it'll be more beneficial. We're going to tire out the other team's best players, the ball handlers, the decision makers.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to start their offense with 14 seconds left in the shot clock rather than 20. And our team's committed to playing 10 players. So it's like we have set rotations that we know when we're coming in, we know when we're going out and
like
back
to the
in.
minute?
Yeah. So it's like I know when I'm subbing out in the first quarter, and I know
How do we
generally
feel
speaking when
about
I'm
that?
gonna. I'm okay with it.
Yeah?
I like
Okay.
it. Like knowing like
What if
I
you've
feel
like
hard-
just hit like, I don't know, three
Oh, yeah,
threes in a
then
row?
I'm
Yeah. Hold up.
hold up. Yeah. No, but he is like committed to playing 10.
Yeah.
Obviously it adjusts throughout the game and things happen, but committed to playing 10. So knowing that, it's like I can go all out for my 3 minutes, and then I'll get my rest and come back in and go all out, press for 3 minutes. And then, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, listen, very, very early. I think when you beat the Liberty is when it was first like, oh, teams are going to have to work on that. Because one thing you're not doing in training camp is like working on beating the press. It's just like you don't have time for that. And nobody does it. Well, except you guys. But yeah, so I like that right from the jump. Can you quickly just tell our listeners about Coach Sarama and just his style? It has a name.
It has a name.
Give it to us.
Yeah, it's the CLA is what he's an expert at, and I will let him, if you can research him, and he has a book and all the things.
Yeah, give me like your version.
Constraints-led approach is what it stands for.
Yes. Like if you were to like give it like layman, give me player talk.
No more I'm making 5 shots from this spot, moving to the next spot, 5 shots from this spot, moving to the next spot, which has been my routine for 20, however many years I've been playing basketball. You're never shooting the same shot twice in practice. When I have our shooting times, you're shooting off one leg, you're lunging into it, you're spinning into it. There's always something new that they're like yelling at us every minute to change it up. You shoot flat one time, you shoot normal one time, you shoot super high the next time. Sometimes different balls are thrown in there, like the 3x3 ball, a slippery ball, a smaller like weighted ball for like finishing, like getting like, they call it like manipulating the ball. Just like adding these different constraints to our practices and shooting, which was an adjustment at first, especially as a shooter and having a routine and having to like adjust to that. But it's been really good for me. I think it's actually helped me a lot.
Really? Do you know why?
I think I'm just ready for anything.
Okay.
Like the threes I'm taking now, I wouldn't have taken last year, I don't think. Obviously roll and like all that has to play into it too, right. But
like which ones? Like a walk up or
off a handoff where I'm not facing the basket, got to turn around, find the rim, kind of fadeaways in the corner.
Yeah, you hit a couple of those, some big ones.
Yeah. I think like now it's like if I can get my eyes on the rim, like I feel confident in like my ability for it to be accurate.
Okay.
Whereas before I was like catch and shoot, make sure I'm square, kind of like worried about my balance, where now like I'm prepared for anything. I feel like no matter what way I'm facing, which way I'm turning, left, right, left.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. What about like from a team perspective? How do you think this style has impacted like your guys' ability to play?
It's been fun because there's a lot of freedom. Like we call it shapes. It's like pick and roll. So it's wing, pick and roll, side, top, clear. There's different shapes we call, and then we know how to move off the pick and roll based on the coverage it is. So if it's a drop, we're cut sliding. If they're switching, we're shortening. Like there's structure to it, but it's also just like playing free and playing basketball and making the right read, which I feel like I thrive in that kind of system. And it's been fun. Like obviously a learning environment. Our team's pretty young, and so there's been ebbs and flows, but it's been a fun experience, and I think it's really suited our team well.
Yeah. I never knew there were the name of this approach. And I'm sure for your coach, for Coach Sarama, it's like, you know, he's probably made it his own, but it really did remind me, just like in reading about it, and really that one line you said around like structure but freedom. Like when Jenny Busek was the head coach, who's now with the Indiana Pacers, I talk about her often on the pod because she was like so pivotal in my career. When she was our coach, she basically instilled something very similar, and I loved it. It was, I used to say it was controlled chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Like we knew what to do and when to do it when certain things happened, but at the same time, you could do whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted, and everybody just knew how to react to that or play off of it.
Yeah, there's not one answer.
No, yeah. And it really does open up like so much freedom, I think, for every player in different ways, but every player. One player that has like taken off one of your teammates is Carla Leite. So what have you seen in her growth? Like, I don't know if you remember her from last year and then to now, like what have you seen?
She's been incredible. I played against her overseas a little bit too, so I've seen like that version of her as well. But her ability, like the ball's in her hands a lot. She has to make a lot of decisions in the pick and roll. Like we talk about, we're in these shapes. She's in the shape and we're all moving around her.
She's making the shape. Yeah.
She's making the shape. Yeah. And she has to be the one that like drives our offense in the pick and roll, making the right decision, the balance between like being aggressive to score. Like she's found that she's 22 and she's like had such a great balance between like facilitating, getting the ball to Megan on the pick and roll, finding the shooters, and then like being aggressive and scoring, getting to the free throw line. She's been so good for us, and yeah, it's like perfect. I think it's a perfect system for her as well.
Yeah. What's it been like for you? Like the whole like role player. I mean, you were more than that, but like role player to main player journey or whatever you want to call it.
It's been fun.
Yeah,
I feel like I've been like unleashed a little bit.
Yeah, is this like the overseas you kind of a thing?
Yeah, national team overseas. Yeah. So like I feel like I've had it in there, but obviously your role and what you're asked to do on different teams obviously change. Now like having play calls for me and putting the ball in my hand, going one-on-one, making it play. Like no one in the WNBA has seen me go one-on-one ever. So it's just fun to like do these things at this level and like kind of prove to myself that I'm capable of it.
Which is harder? I feel like I'm on both sides.
Yeah. Both are hard in their own ways.
Yeah. But like, I mean, if you can humor me.
Honestly, I think being like a role player.
I think so too.
You're getting 5 shots, you better make 2 of them. Otherwise you're shooting 20%.
Yeah. I always think like limited opportunity, to be efficient in limited opportunity to me is harder.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, when you're the main player and you have to get certain numbers, that has a whole other difficulty to it. Yeah. But yeah.
It's been fun though. Being like the freedom and the, like, I have to shoot this, so let me just work to get the best possible shot possible. Like, it's been fun, that creativity around it.
Okay. So like I said, you guys aren't in the playoffs. You now have, I don't know, a handful of games left. I've been getting this question a lot, like sometimes on like the NBC coverage and stuff, like, oh, what's going on in the locker room of the teams that have been eliminated? And I have my answer, but I'm curious, as somebody who's now in a locker room, you know, when you look at these next games, like what is, I know you haven't played one just yet, but what is now, like, how has the conversation shifted and how you guys are going to show up in these games?
I think it'll be our same approach all season. Just like, obviously we would love to make the playoffs, but it wasn't like our season is a failure if we don't make the playoffs kind of approach. Like we want to continue to build for next season. We're an expansion team. We want to make some people's lives difficult as they're fighting for positioning in the playoffs. Like we just want to kind of not be a spoiler, but like make things hard. We're not going to fold over. That's kind of our approach. Again, like we're going to be who we are. And I think that's being hard to play against for 40 minutes.
Yeah. That's usually been my answer. It's been twofold. It's one is like, okay, yes, you're preparing for the future in some way, shape, or form sometimes. And then also you're not, there's a lot of teams that are trying to get higher seats and you're kind of like, well, got to go through me.
Yeah.
So why not? Yeah. Why not? It is being a spoiler. Like, why not spoil a little something?
Amen.
I'm curious if like, maybe not on your team, but if you think that there's like now with the new CBA and the money being what it is, and now I think we're going to hear more conversation about like, oh, this player's in a contract year, or oh, do you think like there's a motivation there also for maybe like the individual?
For sure. I think now it's almost impossible to avoid, especially with like the numbers and the contracts being what they are. There's also like a pride, like this league's hard to make. So it's like continuing to like, I'm telling like some of the new people on our team new to this league, like this is an opportunity for you to like go make a name for yourself. Even if like you're not here next year, you might be somewhere else, and like make that impact, show them, you deserve to be on a roster. That's like fighting for your life every day. That's what I lived for 4 years of my WNBA career. And that's another opportunity to do that.
Well, let's go there. I said it in the intro. You were drafted, Connecticut Sun, then waived, then picked up. So that's the plus. But like, give it to me in that time period. Like, what is that experience like? What was that experience like for you?
I thought it was over for me.
Yeah.
I thought like my WNBA career, it was hard. Like as a second rounder being cut, like I was like, odds I get picked up again like this season. Like, I don't know. I wasn't able to show anything either in Connecticut. So I was kind of just focused on overseas and my national team. Like that's kind of where my mind went. Obviously keep working hard and be ready if my name was called. But yeah, I was not optimistic. That's
How quickly did you get picked up?
It was like a month.
Okay.
I was home for a month,
Yeah.
I think.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you just like stayed working out, stayed ready, but okay.
Yeah. Some national team camps, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
hard.
Cheryl called.
Yeah. Good old Cheryl. We'll get to that in a second. Do you think looking back, given your success now, I don't even mean just Portland, your success in Minnesota as well, do you think people just like didn't understand your value?
I don't think so. I think Minnesota understood my value. I don't know about anybody else. I actually don't really care about anybody else because I was there and that's kind of what mattered to me and wanted to have an impact on that team. But I do think some of the things I did or what I like hung my hat on early in my career isn't always appreciated by the broader
masses,
group. Yeah, of people that don't just look at box scores.
Yeah. What are some of those things?
It's the little things like defense. No, I'm not getting 5 blocks, 5 steals a game, but I'm keeping the person in front of me, making them take a hard shot. I'm not turning the ball over on offense. I'm taking the right shot. I will knock down the open 3. Being in the gaps, little things that I think basketball minds understand. But
totally. Yeah, I actually learned that about you in the bubble. Yeah, in the in our playoff series. That was a really hard playoff series. Like on paper, to your point, you look at the box score or you just look at the series. We quote unquote swept you because that is the truth. And I'm like, that was 1,000 times harder than the finals.
Yeah,
I remember
those were intense games.
Intense.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Fee in the like, I don't know, was it a hallway? What was it? In the back.
Yeah.
And being like, I'm so glad I'm almost retired because you guys are going to be a fucking pain in the ass for a really long time. Obviously, it wasn't the exact same roster that went to the, finals when you guys did, but yeah, that was no joke. And I guarded you quite a bit. Yeah. And it really was. It was like the way I felt in those games was like the second I took my eye off you, like something happened, and to your point, yes, maybe a 3 or maybe like you cut, the shot went up, you got the rebound. And I'm like, fuck. Like it was like the second I took my eye off. And you do it with a smile. What's going on? And I'm like, stop smiling.
I'm like, I'm really not having that much fun all the time. It's just my face.
Listen, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
It could be a lot worse. I have some friends where I'm like, why do you always look like you're mad? They're like, this is my face. I'm like, oh, tough.
The opposite.
Could be a lot worse.
Yeah. Could be a lot worse.
Man, but yeah, that series was nuts.
The one, it was a game winner, right?
Game 1.
Yeah, game 1.
Yeah, the ball just like fell in AC's hands.
Yes,
and she
Sammy
drove
it
back in. Yeah. Honestly, this is where I love and hate sports. I'm being totally honest. That game goes to overtime. I don't think we win. I'm not joking. It was not feeling great. I don't think we win. And then that could have changed the whole trajectory of all of our lives. I'm not even joking.
No,
that's
no home
crazy.
court advantages. Like that was the crazy thing about the bubble. It was just like, that was insane. Insane times.
That was insane times. Anyways, all right. Well, we've entered the Minnesota years.
Yes.
What was it like playing there? I've had Kayla McBride on. She's talked recently and talked about like Cheryl and just how she coaches and how the stud budge changed her a little bit and like all these things, but there's clearly something. Cheryl's clearly doing something. So what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, I mean, she's like one of the best for a reason. She just has a way of communicating to people like exactly what they need to do. She like gives you the answers. And like if you do it, like you're good to go. Like, it's not easy. Like the answers are not easy. It's not hard, it's not easy to do shell help and then not get close out and not get beat and force baseline and then wall up as a last defender. But like if you do it, like you're good.
Yeah.
And it works as a team. Like if everyone's on the same page, it works. So yeah, her ability to like, and then navigate the personalities and instill confidence in everyone and what they need to do is just one of one. Like I've never seen anything like it. And I grew so much in my time there. Really thankful for that experience.
Yeah. That is exactly how I would have said it in terms of when I played for her with the national team. We would be doing like, it would be like her, because she was an assistant. It was like her scout. And she'd be like, this is the play. They pass here. They do this. They cut here, blah, blah. And she'd be like, take away that pass.
Yes.
And it's over.
Yep.
And we were like, okay.
Yeah. Say less.
They'd be like, this player likes to go, I don't know, right to left crossed over. She'd be like, just take away that.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine. This is literally how she would say it, like calm and just like, so we're just going to take that away.
Yeah.
And it's true. It doesn't mean it's easy.
Yeah.
But the second you do it,
it's like unlocks things. It's so many like details. And I loved that. Like I was like, I want to know more. I want to know everything the other team's trying to do. Like every play call, I was like, okay, I know exactly what they're trying to get to because you go over it 1,000 times and shoot around.
Yeah. She's of all the people I've played for, her sky reports and like that moment where she's going through plays is like very detailed.
Yeah. I've never felt more prepared for any
she'll be
games.
She'll be like, okay, I'm going to put the point guard here and the center here. And she's like, what's that play called? And I'm like, I don't know. I have to know their plays too. Literally put you on the spot.
Yeah. It's how her brain works. And then her ability to obviously motivate and like, it's just one of one.
Yeah, totally. Do you have like a welcome to the league moment?
The one that comes to mind when I played for Connecticut back in the day, 2019, Renee Montgomery, we were playing at the big arena in Atlanta. And there was like 100 people there. And it was one of those.
I was there.
I got an outlet pass and I was like, I'm bringing up the ball. It's like my third game of my career. And bringing out the ball, Renee Montgomery like strips me and gets a wide open layup. I was like, there it is.
Thank you for that, Renee.
Yeah. Yeah.
She does have long arms. In fairness
she does. And she was a good on-ball defender. So I sat my butt back down on the bench and cheered the rest of the game.
Yeah. Well, can you take me through like the experience of going to the finals, losing in the finals with Minnesota, being on like a redemption tour and kind of killing it the whole season only to like not make it to the finals at all? Just like, I don't mean the everyday aspect of it. I mean, like, what have you taken with you from that experience that even maybe shows up now?
Yeah, we went through a lot like that group. And those relationships, I think, are going to be so strong because of those
Is the group chat still going?
Yeah, I mean, we're connected still. Yeah,
for sure. I love teams like that. It's so fun.
It was the best. And obviously, like, we would have loved to have a ring. We would have loved to make it to the finals the second year. But like the experience we got, the relationships we built, like cliche, I know, but like you're going through the trenches with each other. So that's what, like, looking back, just means a lot to me. And now, like, going forward, it's just like the little things, and you have to get lucky. Like,
I say that all the time. There's so much luck involved.
So much.
The ball falling in Alicia Clark's hands.
Yeah.
With 0.5 seconds. That's luck.
Yeah.
Not getting hurt. Yeah. That's luck. Another team that you didn't match up with at all gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Luck.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, so you can control so much. And I feel like those 2 years we controlled as much as we could. And then things just happen or don't happen for a reason. And we move on and like try to be better because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you surprised that you weren't protected for the expansion draft?
No.
How does it work for you? Like, my understanding is you find out when you find out, but if you don't get picked, you actually don't know if you're protected or not.
Yeah, technically, because it's not public. I was aware of it because I had calls with both the expansion teams before the draft. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Were you like Toronto, 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 Toronto?
No. I didn't care. I didn't know what was happening. I was just open to I actually had a really great call with Portland. I was surprised, actually. I didn't know what to expect. And I'm in Prague and they are in Portland, like a 9-hour time change. And just how they presented their approach and the vision they had. I was actually really impressed with what they had to offer. Not that I had a choice. It was like almost like they were recruiting me, but I'm also like, you guys, hopefully you like me too. You're going to pick me kind of thing.
No, it's kind of like speed dating or something.
Literally. Yeah.
Like, all right, let's go on a date.
Yeah.
I'll pick him.
And then expansion draft day, I just got a call like a couple hours before the draft to get the news.
Well, what was like, can you give just like a glimpse into what the conversation was, or kind of what are the things that they're trying to maybe understand about you and then you about them?
Yeah, I think they had already like obviously liked me. I was a target for them in the draft, knowing I was unprotected. They liked just how I played like team basketball. Weren't gonna have like someone going one-on-one the whole game or throwing it into the post back down. Like we were gonna play like, I don't want to say European style because I feel like European there's a lot more actions, but in terms of like pass cutting, moving, that's kind of the vision they had, and they knew I fit right into that. And like run around and shoot lots of threes. I was like, I'm in. That sounds like something I want to do. Yeah. And then the day of the draft, I actually Cheryl actually called me and like broke the news that I wasn't protected and Portland picked me first. And then 5 minutes later, I got a call from Vanya, our GM in Portland, saying how excited they were. So it was a whirlwind of a week. But
well, I'm like, now I need to know. Like, what was the emotion around that? Just like both. It's like not a negative. It's like a sad and a happy.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. Like I spent 7.5 years in Minnesota, like grew up, made a name for myself in the league, to like being assigned to Portland, like not even like going through a free agency really and like exploring. It was just like Portland it is. It was bittersweet. Like they picked me first overall. Like that's how bad they wanted me there. So I was like, I'm in. Like I'm 10 toes in. Like 10 toes in. What's up?
Yeah, 10 toes down.
Yeah, that one, 10 toes down.
Same.
Like, if you guys want me that bad, like, I want to be there just as bad. So that was kind of my mentality. It was weird, though.
Yeah. You had mentioned, or I joked, about wanting to go to Toronto. Obviously, you're from Canada. So just talk about, like, Canadian basketball and how, even though you're not on the team, watching it from afar, how cool it is to see a WNBA team in Toronto.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, when I grew up, obviously for everyone, like it wasn't visible. It wasn't on WNBA wasn't on our TVs. Social media wasn't as big. Obviously, I went to Detroit Shock games when I was a kid a couple of times because that was close to where I lived. But yeah, like I didn't know I could play professional. Like it's just not. You can see it, you can be it. Like that's a real thing. So I'm just so excited for this generation of kids and young boys and girls to have a team to look up to, and you can feel the excitement around the city. You can feel it on social media. Just continue to grow our game. Like I think there's going to be more and more Canadians in the league as it moves forward. So I'm excited to be a part of it. And it's really cool. They're doing the like Montreal games, Vancouver games. Yeah. Like they're really making it Canada's team, which I think is really special.
Yeah. And smart. And really smart.
Yeah.
Do you think you could pick, like a lot of people talk about the Vince Carter effect. Do you think you could pick like one thing or something out as to like when Canadian or like when Canada basketball for women kind of like took a turn for the better?
I don't know. I mean, like Natalie Chanwa, Kia Nurse, there's legends that came before that like never really cracked the WNBA, but played overseas, played for our national team.
Yeah, there was like a University of Utah pipeline there for a hot second.
There was.
I was like, what is going on? Are they Mormon? I don't get it.
Yeah. They made it to the 2012 Olympics and have made it to, like, we've made it to every Olympics since then. But before that, it was like early 2000s, if not 2000, but the Olympics prior. So that generation like cracked the code internationally. And then like Kia going to UConn, Natalie Chanwa going to Notre Dame, being big names, first round draft picks, I think. And then social media comes and it's on TV a little bit more. So I think that just evolved.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, back to Portland. So you get picked. It's exciting. You're number one, but you're going to, I'm assuming, a city you haven't spent a ton of time in.
Never been.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So tell me about, I want to hear the adjustment on and off the court, but let's start off the court. Because listen, I lived in Seattle a long time. I've been to Portland a lot. And, you know, everybody knows. It's a little weird.
Keep Portland weird.
It's a little weird.
It's what they say.
Yeah. So tell me what you thought when you first got there.
Well, I never been on the West Coast either, like just for games. Like I've never lived
Oh,
for
lived,
long periods
yeah.
of time. Yeah, sorry. Like
Okay.
I've never spent more than a week on the West Coast. So that it was just an adjustment as a
But
whole.
isn't West Coast sports the best? Like watching?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's great.
It's the best.
If there's a game at 4:00 and
I
I can
know.
be in bed by 9, this is
Exactly.
perfect.
I'm in New York. I hate it out here.
Yeah.
It's so
My mom
hard.
struggles to stay awake for our games
Yeah,
out here.
it's so hard. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
But it's beautiful. Like that was my first, like what I first realized when I got to the city. Green, obviously it's summer, it's a little more sunshine and green, and
It gets hot in Portland though.
it does get hot.
Really hot.
The weather has been beautiful, and you have the mountains and the coast. Like I think all that's really cool for my Ontario kid and me that doesn't have those things. So it's been cool. I mean, it's quirky. It's like, but there's good restaurants. There's good coffee shops. There's not a lot of like chain foods like in downtown Portland, which is like fun to explore for foodies. And they welcomed us with open arms. So I can't complain. It's been awesome.
No, Portland is gorgeous. Have you done any of the like go to Bend and I think they like float on rivers and stuff?
I've heard about it. I haven't done it yet.
You haven't done it yet?
Off season.
Okay, off season. Are you gonna? Well, no, actually, no. You're going to Unrivaled. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. It's part of my what are we going to improve on thing. Okay, so now go to. Well, we kind of already touched on the court, but I think I don't know that I necessarily mean like style of play and teammates. I kind of mean like a new franchise. Like what were kind of the bumps in the road with like this brand new franchise, especially when you've just come from one of the more established, if not the most established franchise.
Yeah. I think I came into it with just like whatever it is going to be kind of thing. And I'll try to help where I can. Vanya, our GM, did an incredible job like hiring like the staff and personnel, but not a lot of them had been in the WNBA before.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of hands on deck, like so much help, so much expertise, but like adjusting to the league, they've done an incredible job. Like they're very open in learnings, but that was like, again, a new franchise, people from all over the world coming here and like learning about women's basketball kind of, and 2 weeks of training camp before we start playing games. But yeah, everyone's been incredible. Again, like the hires, our owners have done an incredible job. Just putting the right people in place. I think when you have good people, good intentions, like things will work out.
What do you think's been like the hardest or maybe most surprising of this year for you guys?
Not having a practice facility was an adjustment for me because I was used to it for so long. But now we have one.
It's coming.
It's opened.
Yeah.
It's open officially. Yeah, officially. So.
Oh yeah, I saw that. When we're talking.
Yeah, like this week. So.
Are you able to use it?
Yeah, next week when we get back.
Okay. All right. That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that being. I feel like free agents are probably like choosing places now based on that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like the recovery thing, like it's such a big difference now, especially with how many games we're playing. So.
Yeah. Has it been, this might be tricky. I don't mean to trick you. Has it been hard watching Minnesota's success? Or like FOMO?
I wouldn't say it like that.
Okay.
I think I'm so close to all of them still. So I'm like actually like really happy.
That's why I don't mean, I don't mean hard like fuck them. I mean FOMO hard. Like, oh.
It's weird like watching them. I'm like, wait, that's my, like even like when I go on the ESPN app and I see the links, like my first instinct's like, that's my schedule. Like, oh wait, no, that's not my team anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, just, it's funny because like, you know what goes on in the locker rooms after a tough loss. So you know like the speeches Cheryl's about to give at practice the next day. And so, no, I've been cheering them on from afar. Like I'm really happy to see Fee being healthy and coming back. Like I'm just really happy for them and excited to see, what happens in the playoffs.
Yeah. What do you think of Olivia?
Oh my, she's so good.
Yeah.
She's so good.
What's like when you guys are like preparing a scout for her? How do you guys approach it?
Press.
Get the ball out of her hands.
Make things hard. Luckily, we show a lot and hedge on defense to usually make the primary ball handler give it up and make other people make decisions. So that helped us in moments against her. But just taking away her vision, trying to make things a little bit more difficult. You can't take, like when someone's that good, you can't take away everything. Just when she's scoring and facilitating, that's when you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any, like when you look at the league now, because now, you're not in the playoffs. You obviously still have to finish, but you can kind of like watch as a fan in a sense. Do you have like a playoff assessment or like not a hot take or anything like that? Just like something from playing against all these teams you see in them.
I'm excited to see how like the standings end up shaking out. Cause I think like 2 through 5 or 6 is so like one game here and there. And like you said before, like that's going to that could be a big difference in like the semifinal matchups, who has home court advantage. Like those little things matter in the playoffs. I think Minnesota's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah,
Like
I
they're just a machine, like on both ends of the court. Golden State, obviously, like their defense has been incredible all season. And they just actually beat Minnesota a couple days ago. But like, yeah, Minnesota's just their machine.
When you said, you know what's going on in that Minnesota locker room, you know what the speeches are going to be, I actually immediately thought of the Golden State game the other day, because you could tell that Cheryl was like, this was good. She was like almost looking at Golden State like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because now I can come in the locker room
Yeah.
and be like, you guys thought you were good, didn't you? You know?
Yeah. Yes.
That makes sense. Is there any like, I don't know, not necessarily to win the whole thing. I think all of us agree that there's, it's likely the top teams. I feel like every year it's always the top teams are the ones that get to the finals with a couple of exceptions. But there any like sleep, like who would be like your sleeper? Like they might get to the semis. They might fuck around and get to the semis.
Oh, Washington's a tough out.
Yeah.
Like when they're playing well, like
I totally agree.
they defend and they can score.
And they're huge.
And they're huge. They're so big.
They're really big.
They're going to be a tough out in 3 games, or 3 to 5 games, however many.
First round's 3.
3.
Yeah.
They'll be a tough first round out for sure. Especially like they play well on the road. They play well at home. Like, yeah, they're young, but I think they have that like confidence in them too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no, I totally agree. That's a good one. Okay. This came up 2 seconds ago, so now I'm bringing it up. You've decided to play an Unrivaled in the off season. I caught you were on a pod or you were on something, and I caught one of your quotes around like your reasoning after playing overseas for so long. We were talking how overseas it's like 5-on-5, yes, but it's like games, practice. You're not really working on your own game. Whereas Unrivaled, you've seen it help develop players. And that's something that now that you're basically the face of a franchise, number one option, you want to lean into more. So can you just like, I loved that conversation. Can you just like give us a little more insight into your thought process around that?
Yeah, I think first of all, having time off and not having to go overseas 10 days after a season, my body needs it and is going to be appreciative of it, I think, long term. But yeah, like you mentioned, like I've never had time for me. Like it's always the team. What does the team need? How do we prepare for this game that's coming up in 2 days? So really like, and obviously I have goals when I go overseas and I want to get better at certain things, but it's hard to do that like in the midst of a season, obviously, and the travel overseas. So yeah, I'm just really excited for the opportunity to like get better at some things I really want to get better at, and compete against some of the best in a 3-on-3 format where like I get to try new things. There is space to be creative. So I'm excited to see what I can do at that level.
What do you want to work on? You don't have to like spill the beans, but
my handle. I think like being able to, I have my go-to moves when I get to that one-on-one spacing and nothing else is going and I got to make something up, but using my ability to shoot the 3 off the dribble, making someone stand up, getting my handle, changing directions to finish at the rim or get to my mid-range pull-up, like the change of direction and like the little glitchiness, not being so robotic with it.
Yeah, totally. What's your feelings on like your post game? Because you're pretty big.
Yeah.
Like for a guard, you're big.
Yeah. I like posting up smaller guards. Bit, just get to my fight away usually.
Right,
that's definitely something I can expand more for sure.
Okay. I think that's like, I'm a little biased in that, I played with Alicia Clark for all these years and she was like great defender, great 3-point shooter. And what separated her, you could post her against anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like put that in Unrivaled too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Add that to your repertoire. I want to see it.
List.
I want to see it. Okay. I think it's time for rapid fire.
I'm ready.
The matchup who has someone you've guarded who has impressed you the most and or was the most difficult to cover this year?
Kelsey Mitchell.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. It's crazy.
Incredible. She's balling. She's balling.
Who is your favorite young player in the league?
Dom. I think she's just so entertaining and going to be so, so good.
Scratching the surface.
Yeah. And obviously like Liv and AZ, I think are just going to like continue to like get better and better.
Who's a player we aren't talking about enough?
I do think like Kayla McBride in Minnesota, people are starting to now, but like she wasn't an all-star and now she's the way she's like putting the ball in the basket right now is just insane, and not easy shots and getting to the rim. And it's just on the best team in the league right now. So she should be talked about.
I agree. Former teammate you're still close to?
Rachel Banham.
Yeah.
Those are my
That's a
girls.
good little group. Actually, I'm adding this one in on the fly. What's the name of your Minnesota Lynx group chat?
Brothers.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I love a name of a group chat.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not really a group chat till it gets named.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not official.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite feature of the new Fire Thorns, because you guys are sharing it, practice facility?
The sauna,
Sauna.
the hot tubs, that area, recovery area, I'm excited about.
Okay, cool. So word has it you have a beer named after you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what's the story there?
There's a brewery in my hometown, Chatham, called Sons of Kent. And Chatham's like, I don't even know the population, maybe 100,000. It's pretty small. So we're there often. There's not many places to go, so we go to the brewery. And I think it was an Olympic year, or right before an Olympic year, they wanted to name a beer after me. And so I got to like pick and choose what it was and how it tasted. I was like, I know nothing about this, but yeah, it turned out well. It sold out. So
nice.
Yeah.
Wait, did they like make it, or was it like a pre-existing beer that they just
No,
called
they
the
made
content?
it.
Oh, they made
like
it.
Fully made it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Was it, how much alcohol was in it? What was the percentage?
It was like a 4.5. It was a lager. It was light.
I mean, 4.5. That'll catch up.
Yeah, well,
that'll catch up.
Drink enough of them.
Yeah. Okay, last but not least, what's your favorite pizza topping?
Would you judge me if I said Hawaiian pizza?
You're going to say Hawaiian. No, I actually like Hawaiian. I don't, you know pineapple? What? Listen, it's not my favorite. I'm not ordering it. If I'm somewhere and it's all they have, I'm eating it and I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I don't get why people have like such a reaction.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah. Who cares?
Like I said, I'm not ordering it. It's not my favorite, but like, it's fine.
But like,
it's not gross.
It was invented in my hometown, so I have like a pride to me that I have to.
You have to represent.
Stand on it. Yeah, I'm representing.
Actually, do you have a favorite restaurant in Portland yet?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Jury's still out.
Still a free agent? Okay.
Yeah.
Someone get on that in Portland. Let's go.
Yep.
Somebody take her around. Bridget, this was amazing. I feel like I learned so much about you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. Good luck the rest of the way. Okay, that's the interview with Bridget. I really enjoyed that one. Like I just said to her, I feel like I learned a lot. God, she's obviously, 7, 8, 9 years into her career, but there feels like, I don't know, there's more there. It feels like she's just scratching the surface in a sense. And I really enjoyed just talking to someone who's gone from having to play a role to now being the focal point. It's such like a unique thing that not everybody gets to experience. So I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. This episode is a co-production of Together and the Vox Media Podcast Network and was produced by Art Chung, Dominique Roach, Christine Williams, Mackenzie Fitzpatrick, Ashley Bogan, and Tommy Alton. Thanks to JustWorks for their support. As a small business owner, you do everything with the big picture in mind. But when you have way too much on your plate, it's easy to lose sight of what you set out to do in the first place. JustWorks takes the load off. They've got your back on things like payroll, benefits, and compliance. And they do that by combining easy-to-use software with real support from real people. Also, you can keep your eye on the big picture and keep your head in the small business game. You don't have to worry when it just works. Head to justworks.com to learn more.